Every great creative work stands on the shoulders of giants. Welcome to RetroInspection, where we examine and find out where the things we love today came from.
In terms of inspiring Batman, Blakeney is so close to Bruce Wayne.
Yeah.
He
Again, early Bruce Wayne.
but even more so than say Don Diego de la Vega, because he's a much, Don Diego is not seen as being an extraordinary man other than in his swordsmanship.
Right. I mean, we accept, although it's not his author does not put forth as aggressively that he is also like a good-looking, athletic guy.
Right.
We just kind of take that as a given.
But Blakeney is this pinnacle of human male physique.
For the 1790s, yeah.
He's a big guy. He can beat the hell out of you. I think there's this section in there where she talks about how he's able to handle these horses,
Mm-hmm.
and the strength in just his one hand is enough to
The rein.
to control the horses through the reins.
Was Baroness Orczy a horse girl?
Probably. She drew horses. She was an illustrator, so hey. So in another way, he's very much Bruce Wayne Batman. The disguises.
Yeah.
Batman wasn't running around. I mean, he was borrowing from, the disguises from Sherlock Holmes, but
Sure.
Blakeney was right there doing all these kinds of things too.
Yeah.
And then in his demeanor, you want to talk about that a little bit?
Okay. Wait, what, Blakeney's or Bruce Wayne's?
The parallels between their outward identities.
Like I said, like I talked about in Zorro, Bruce Wayne as society dipshit, in the various generations of the character, tends to have brackets on it. It tends to be when every time Batman gets reset to perhaps an earlier point in his career, and it doesn't even have to be like an Elseworlds or something, but so the Batman is like society goober who drinks all the time and is out chasing supermodels. So that persona only lasts up until he adopts Dick Grayson. When Batman acquires a ward, suddenly Bruce Wayne's public persona improves dramatically. Suddenly he becomes much more responsible because he's got a kid now.
Right, he's got to be more upstanding because he's now a parent.
Right. Yeah. So, but we see, in the actual Batman comics for the year to whatever 14, 15 months between the first appearance of the character and when Robin comes in 1940, that's Batman he's not presented quite as being that dissolute. We see that in later versions, something like Batman Year One. Batman Year One is like drunk Bruce Wayne, banging supermodels. But in 1939, he's just kind of this creep, he's just like, he doesn't do anything. Yeah, he goes to nightclubs. He's not particularly drunk. He's not particularly womanizing because even that would take too much effort. The 39 Bruce Wayne is lazy and disinterested. The very first case is he's just been out at the clubs and he doesn't want to go home yet. So he stops at Commissioner Gordon's office. And that's when Commissioner Gordon gets the phone call. What do you mean? So-and-so of the chemical syndicate has been murdered. I'll be right over. And Bruce Wayne's like, that sounds like a real drag. And Commissioner Gordon's like, well, you want to come with? And he's like, nah, I'm just going to go home. And
so he's more Don Diego de la Vega at that point.
So, yeah. 100%. Yeah. Because Bruce Wayne is not a bon vivant in that early incarnation. He's just some guy with too much money and who doesn't care about anything. He's just a slug.
But Bruce Wayne does become that again, even with a ward in the 1960s TV show.
Okay, yes, all right. So that incarnation, yeah, he doesn't do much, but I would argue that the Adam West version at least still has, he's civic minded, if nothing else. You're right, he doesn't really do much. He just kind of hangs around the house and
But he's also very foppish. I mean, he's wearing the ascots and
yeah.
You know,
that was like that was the idea in the popular imagination of how a rich guy dressed. But you know, he still, even then, he's even as Bruce Wayne, he's trying to be a responsible parent to what is then a teenage Robin.
Like, subscribe, repost, share everywhere. To see what else we're up to, visit xynobooks.com, xenobooks.com.